I know a few people suggested that I cover like Nintendo news and stuff, so I figured I'd try it out. Now that we have a new Nintendo Direct covering Mario Wonder, I figured why not? Let's do it. So obviously with the channel focus, I'm most interested in like the new story stuff that they introduced, but you know, I'll go into the gameplay stuff too. I'll get into all of it. We'll see what's new. So they confirmed it is the Flower Kingdom. I think that was in the last Direct, but I don't remember for sure. It's mentioned as being not so distant from the Mushroom Kingdom, which would add yet another neighbor along with the Bean Bean, which is somewhere around here. Man, I really just wish we had a proper world map that showed all the ancillary Mario locations. Like, where's Donkey Kong Island? Where's Delfino? Show me where it all is. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We're introduced to Prince Florian, who a lot of people thought was going to be Prince Haru, or at least I saw the theories posted quite often. There's no way Nintendo was going to reference this when I don't think it's had an official release since the 80s, and I don't think they've ever acknowledged its existence. Would it be neat? Sure. It would have been really neat to see them actually bring some old obscure characters back, but there was no way. But no, he's a cute little caterpillar guy. So like, you know, every game, Bowser is here to cause trouble, and he's after the Wonder Flower's power. And because of that, he just fuses with the castle. That's interesting. I'm really curious how like the final bosses are going to go if the boss itself is the level. I think that's going to be kind of interesting. It looks like you can see levels like that in the Direct itself, so I'm wondering if maybe at the end of each world you have a little boss battle, so to speak, with Bowser. So the Flower Kingdom, it looks like it's going to be standard Mario fare where it's 7 worlds. I'm assuming there's going to be an 8th. There's always an 8th like bonus or secret world. Like I still remember in 3D World, like how it just keeps going. I'm assuming something similar to that's going to happen. Each area looks really distinct and neat. The Shining Falls in particular is a standout for me. I really love the geometric shapes, that kind of bismuth look to it. I am curious how the world map is going to work though, because it looks like it's a mix of the like point-to-point system from the new series, but with some open areas. I'm curious how that mix is going to work, you know, is there going to be one open area per world? Is it going to be just like you have to do a few? I don't know. It'll be interesting. And the Petal Isles specifically seem to be in their own category separate from the world, so I'm wondering if those are like bonus levels or what. Or maybe that's where the boss levels are. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling now. I'm excited to see what that final one, the mystery one, is. It's got those brambles. I'm a sucker for brambles. All the new enemies seem really strange and unique as well. Like they don't seem like reskins of old Mario enemies. They actually have distinct abilities and things. Like this guy who shoots a dart, but the dart becomes a platform. That's neat. I don't think I've seen that in a Mario game. So we got confirmation on all the playable characters, and that's a lot. That's so much. And I'm really happy that we can choose, like, if you're playing with 4 people, we can either all be playing on the same level, or we can all be easy mode with the Yoshis and Nabbit. So we got obviously Mario, Luigi, Peach. Both Toads are back, which is nice. Toadette and Daisy, confirmed last time, but still it's nice to see. And the Yoshi, which we saw last time, but I wasn't really sure what was up with them. They're similar to Nabbit, though, in that they're in easy mode, essentially. Can't be killed by projectiles, but, you know, if you fall off a cliff, it'd still lose a life. I was a little disappointed that they don't have specific traits. All the characters play the same, but, you know, I think that's probably for the best for balancing and all that. Make sure everybody has the same experience. Of course, Yoshis can eat things and flutter jump, so I guess they're a little bit easier than Nabbit. But yeah, pretty neat. Showed off new power-ups. We got Elephant, a Bubble Attack, and Drill. They all seem kind of neat. None of them really, like, wowed me. None of them like, disappointing. You know, just, we'll see. We'll see how the levels implement the abilities. I think the most interesting for me is probably the Bubble one, just for creating platforms. And you can freely swap between 2 power-ups now, which is nice. You don't have to worry about giving one up if you swap. It'll be neat to strategize on levels, like which 2 power-ups you want to take into one, or which one you want to keep while you use another one. I don't know. I think it opens up a lot of capabilities. The more I look at the Drill power-up, the more interested I am in it. Just in that you can travel on ceilings and under things. I don't know, it could be neat. But again, it's all how it's implemented. And then they bring back the Fire Flower, because you can't have a Mario game without a Fire Flower. I love the animations, though, when they transform. Like, you got these nice little 2D art pop-ups that come in around you. It's really full of style. We got to see more of the Wonder Flowers. Not too much more. I think they only showed like 1 or 2 more capabilities from the first direct, but they're interesting. Again, it's all about how it's implemented in the levels. The one they showed off that I'm most interested in is the perspective change. The camera shifts and it shows like Mario walking on the wall, and it's like an overhead view. I'm real curious about how that one works. But if they can make this game as weird as possible, that'll make me happy. Still, I'm not 100% sure if there's a Wonder Flower in each level or if it's only certain levels that have them, but it seems like whenever you get a flower, you collect a seed, and certain levels need those seeds to progress. So I'm sure there's going to be a decent amount of them if they're not in every level. Badges. This is what really took the trailer from I was kind of interested to actually excited to get the game. The badges seem like ways to fundamentally change how you play each level. It seems like there's badges for specific abilities, like wall jumping, and the crouch jump from Mario 2 is back if you equip that one. There's a grappling vine, which is kind of neat, once you play like Spider-Man. I'm really wondering, like, are they going to build levels around these badges? Like, are there going to be levels that you can't beat or collect everything unless you have certain badges on? I'm sure there's going to be something like that. But it seems like there's 3 different types. There's the active, like, abilities, like the dolphin kick and the crouch jump and the spider whip thing, and passive ones that give you like an extra hit if you fall in a pit, or the sensor one. And then there's the specialty ones over here, which are the invisibility and the jet run. It seems like these specialty ones might be a bit more risk reward. For like the invisibility one, you can't see yourself, but enemies can't see you. Or the jet run, you can't stop. I'm assuming you can't stop. Maybe you can. But yeah, badges. That's really interesting to me. I really want to mess around with the badges and like figure out which one's best for which level, or finding all the secrets and levels and things. That'll be neat. It'll be really neat. So we got local and online multiplayer co-op, which is great. And now if you die in multiplayer, you turn into a little ghost, and if another player touches you within a certain amount of time, you're back in. I really like this more than Bubbles. I think Bubbles kind of trivialized some of the levels in the new series. If you weren't doing well, you could just like die and then wait for your buddy to grab you, and then you progress a little bit and then die and then wait for your buddy to grab you. You know, it just was a little trivialized. But the ghosts, like, if you die, you have to have your friend like come and grab you. And if you die in a weird spot, I don't know, it'll be neat. It'll be neat to see how that works out. And then there's the online aspect of seeing like all these other people playing the game too. I hate to compare this to Dark Souls, but you know, that's the first thing that came to mind, is that you see the phantoms of other players in the levels, and they can also revive you if you die. You can just run into them and get revived real quick. That's pretty neat. I feel like if you're playing on day 1, it might be really hard to actually die because there's going to be so many people. And then you can give them items and just like chat with little chat bubbles, not like actual speech, but you know, just little hey and music notes and stuff. Little cooperative experience. It looks neat. If you're in a spot that you think is really tough, you can put a standee down and other player ghosts can just fly into that to get revived. It's really neat. And they do seem to incentivize helping other people with these heart points. I have no idea what these heart points actually do. I don't know if you can like trade them in for anything or if there's some leaderboard, but it's a step to incentivizing, you know, player cooperation. Even if you don't know these people, you can help them out. It's really neat. I'm really interested in how this is going to go. And then if you're playing online, it's not just like beating levels, there's also races you can do, which is really neat. You know, I'm a sucker for the You versus Boo mode from Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, and this is neat. I love this. So yeah, this is, I was keeping my hopes down when they first announced this. I was thinking like, you know, it looks different from the new series, but is it actually going to be different? I saw that in that first direct, some of the levels looked a little tiled, you know, like they were made in a Mario Maker. But this has really assuaged my fears. This looks great. I'm really excited now. Yeah, I'll definitely be talking more about this game when it comes out, and you know, obviously with the channel name, I'll be figuring out its canon, but I'm just excited to play this. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you like the direct? Are you excited for Mario Wonder? Which Yoshi are you gonna play as? I think I'm gonna go with standard green, although I really like that light blue. He's pretty. And let me know if I should keep doing, direct commentaries. This is my first one I've done, so, just trying out different things. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.